Vroom, da, boo, yeah, look at that. New intro, no sound though. Yep. Hello and welcome. Today, I just wanted to, it's going to be a little bit different video today, but I just wanted to share this really cool donut that I had from this, like, local cafe that I was at. I got like a chocolate donut with like these big sprinkles on it, and then some orange juice you can see in the back there. And, I just really wanted to share this experience because, I just really enjoyed the donut. And it's like, if I show you this other oh, um, yeah, so I made it in Blender. I've started to experiment with Blender and using it. So you can see, I learned to a little bit of Blender. Um, if you don't know what Blender is, it's a popular 3D modeling tool. It's a popular free modeling tool, I should specify, specifically for Unity and kind of small things like this. So yeah, I decided to learn it over Christmas break, and I did just that. And I learned through Blender Guru, which his YouTube channel, he has a playlist of going over kind of basically this, except it's a pink donut with a bunch of sprinkles and it's coffee in the back. But yeah, I learned how to use Blender, so now I can better make 3D games, make like little other things as well. And yeah, I kind of went over modeling and sculpting, texture painting, UV editing, shading, a little bit of shading, animation. Oh yeah, you can see the animation as well. I got an animation thing here. Where is it? Right here. Here it is. And you can see it just slides in. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's got a blur effects and things like that. The focus goes from there to here. So yeah, it's just a cool little thing that I learned. That I'd share it. And your eyes didn't deceive you, as in the very beginning of this video you actually saw my own little project that I did, which I don't actually have open. I don't know why I don't have it open. Here you go. I'm opening it up right now, and something about Blender, I'm actually surprised how quickly it opens. But yes, here it is, the new intro that I have. You can see it animates in here. Looks cool. Small complaints here and there, but it's too late now because it's too late. Yeah. So you can see it right here, what you saw in the beginning. I didn't, before, I think I had the fog a bit more, so you couldn't actually tell where the planes stop, and then also I kept on changing the lightning for this. I still think it kind of looks too spread out or something like that. I really like how this lightning turned out. It also kind of looks fuzzy. Like, I don't know if I'm seeing things. I could have only rendered it at, what is it? 16 things, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's counting up there. Then I also did a trick of smoothing it out using the denoiser here, and then adding a glare to it as well. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it turned out good. I was kind of worried about it being a bit too noisy here, since I started adding in like the redstone dust breaking through the redstone block, and I liked how the redstone dust particles actually animated. I really like how that turned out. And you can actually see how I did it here, shading. You can see I just have a whole bunch of all the images going from, and I actually took this straight from the default resource pack for Minecraft, because the particle is called generic 0 through 7, and it basically goes from 7 down to 0. But what I did is age divided by lifetime, so that goes from 0 to 1. So if it's less than 0.125, actually it's less than all of these if it's 0, so it just adds them all together basically. and multiplies it by 10 just to make sure that it's all kind of the same alpha value. And then soon it'll go up to over 0.125, so it'll only render the first 6, and then add them all together and then do that. And so that's basically all that it's doing here. And then I just have a color ramp here going from a dark red to a brighter red. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. This lightning here, I don't remember the video, what the video is called, but you'll also find the video where I found out how to do the lightning. I'll link that in the description. This was much easier to make a shading thing for, besides this one, because like you can see, actually I'll show you. I went through multiple kind of things here. This was the original kind of how I did it, but then I looked online and I found a way to do a crack texture using like these here. So then I replaced it there. And then, you know, just a random one here. What? I don't remember where this went. Oh yeah, I don't need this anymore because it instead goes to there. Yeah, I've changed it around a bunch for this. I still left that there in case I wanted to go back to it. But before, I was actually like going in for each one of these. Yeah, it's already selected. I was going in for each one of these, and I was actually UV editing each one. I converted each text to a mesh here, and then I was making sure that it all looked good, like in here, like you can actually see that the R is there, and everything kind of matched up. But then I realized, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Then I realized that I could just do this instead, where instead puts the vector based off of the position that it's in the world, instead of relying off of the UV map. So then I didn't have to do it for like the last 4, but that took a while. That took like a day. But yeah, everything is rendered and it looks all nice. And I hope you guys enjoy. It'll be I think it'll be the new intro to my videos. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do that since I was learning Blender. And yeah, I quite enjoy this. I think it turned out pretty well. I didn't actually, I planned on showing a bit more of the donut. Let me stop this real quick. This was after the first lesson, first lesson, you can see I got this together. Second lesson kind of made it look a little bit better. Third lesson started doing the orange juice, and that looks a lot more like orange juice. I actually had to like experiment a lot with the material to try and make that actually look like orange juice. And then test 4, you get both of them in. I did another plate, things like that. It looks pretty cool. And yeah, I think those were all the kind of the things with that. Now for this project, I have a couple things for it. So this was the test here. So you can see this was kind of a little test. No special materials, I should say. They are colored materials, and I did kind of look up how to make the lightning bolt a little bit glowier to make it look kind of more like lightning. And it's just the intro. But I did plan on adding like a bunch of lightning, but I only added 2 lightning, which I think looks good. Yeah, this is the first test that I went through. And then I did the second test, which is a bunch of materials. This took 2 days to do. I think the other one took 1 day. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, so then I did one more where it's kind of it's rendered poorly, so it's not rendered to its full extent. It's using the Eevee rendering instead of the cycles. So Eevee is like just to render it faster, but cycles is more for a lot more realistic stuff. So I just did a quick one here because I knew it was going to take a while to render the full thing. I wanted to see how the animation will look with most of the textures on it. I think it looks pretty good. So I went ahead and just did one more test, which is this one here. I just rendered like 10 frames. It already went by. But you can see I just rendered 10 frames here and made like a little video out of it, just to make sure that, you know, the redstone dust looks good and the lightning looks good and all the animation still looks good. And yes, then after that I made the full thing, as you can see here. So yeah, that was my journey learning Blender, and plan to use it a bunch more, probably not using any of the realistic stuff anymore, probably a lot more just for modeling the simple 3D models and things like that to make 3D games, which will be quite interesting. But yeah, that's it for this video. Just wanted to kind of show new talent that I've learned, and hope you guys are doing good. And bye. That's it. Hey, this is me in the future. Look at that. It's even in the outro. Wow, cool. Patang.